This week on Commuting Chaos, we meet an idiot that can't ride his scooter, Tarquin makes another special guest appearance, and Swiss takes his annual bath. Welcome one and all to another edition of Swiss's Commuting Chaos. And if you're new to the channel or haven't yet subscribed, hit the pause button and subscribe. That's the Steve-O, we're back. Oh, Struth, God, look at that bloody time of week already. Now, Steve-O, this Ford Puma seems to be, driving rather slowly. Yeah, I think we all know what's coming.
Put the phone down!
That's the Steve-O, it's a Honda Jazz and he's nearly mounted the bloody pavement there, mate. Well, Carl, it's a Honda Jazz, and as we know, they're usually amongst the worst drivers on the road.
Hello, and welcome to Jazz Club. Nice.
Ah, Struth, what an absolute drongo. Oh, Tony, there's a lot of flooding on the A3 at the top of Wimbledon Hill. Yes, Ralph, but it looks okay, because everyone's slowing down and taking it nice and slowly through the water. Ah, well, it looks like there's a cheeky chappie coming up the outside of Swiss. Oh, Tony, I reckon that's worth a Tango Taste Sensation replay. Do you reckon we could do it in super slow motion? Yes, Ralph, I'm sure Swiss was absolutely delighted with that. Ah, well, maybe the Volkswagen Tiguan driver's his personal hygiene consultant, and he's suggesting that Swiss needs a thorough washing, including behind the ears. One has to wonder whether he knows it's Swiss, and he's trying to get a nomination for Cunt of the Week. Oh, I reckon it's more like Cunt of the Decade. Now, it turns out that Swiss has got into the city, and, he normally parks his bike here, but it turns out that they're having some roadworks for the, looks like the next 5 months. Doesn't matter, though, because there's another motorbike parking space round the corner. Well, you say it's for motorbikes, but I'm sure Swiss was very sympathetic towards the cause of lime bikers. And on the subject of lime bikers, what we've got here is the traffic lights at the end of Lambeth Bridge. Now, these roadworks have been going on for, seems like forever. And what we're finding is more and more cyclists going down the outside of the roadworks on the wrong side of the road and then cutting back across. Like Tarquin here. So if you're wanting to turn right at the traffic lights, you've got to have eyes at the back of your head. And we know he's a Tarquin rather than a Rupert because he's got blue shirts and chinos, but importantly, he's wearing Oxfords, not brogues. Either way, he's still a fuckwit. And on a separate note, who the bloody hell takes a ship to work and parks it in a multi-storey car park? Oh, Tony, who's this cheeky chappie on the bicycle? I'm not sure this is the official way that you transport a platinum disc. Well, Ralph, it doesn't look as though he's Stormzy, so I'm going to say it's fallen off the back of a lorry. Ah, well, Tony, if it had fallen off the back of the lorry, I don't think it would have been in such pristine condition. Ralph, you're saying it's stolen? Well, at 6:20 in the morning, I can't see any other reason for cycling around Lambeth with a platinum disc hanging off your hand. My mate Charlie's got one of those new e-bikes. He says you can go on the throttle really fast, but he always wears lots of high-vis to make sure he can be seen. Yeah, turns out Charlie's a bit of a cock. Yeah, Struth, mate, that's bloody Helen Mirren, isn't it? Yeah, Carl, it is. Swiss always says hello to her on its way home, and she doesn't have off. Apparently that's a very Helen Mirren thing to do. Now, if you're going to buy a scooter and ride it around London, learn how to ride the bloody thing properly, and try not to be a complete twat, because as Swiss gets to the next set of traffic lights, the same muppet's going to come down the inside and try and squeeze his way in front of the BMW. Problem is, there's a partition for the cyclists, and there's a bloody great bollard in front of him. At least he's got some decent safety gear on, because he's going to bloody well need it before long. So it turns out this lime bike lunatic's just going to join the carriageway from the cycle lane without even looking. At least the chap on the Santander bike looks and realises Swiss is coming down the road. Now, we've paused the film here because the traffic lights are red for going straight on, but there's a green filter light to turn left. This chap stays in the left-hand lane, so Swiss is slowing down, waiting him to turn left, and he's waiting, and of course he's not fucking turning left, is he? Oh, Tony! Swiss is approaching the traffic lights at the end of Lambeth Bridge, and there's 2 different lanes, and it's quite clearly marked which one you're supposed to be in. Yes, Ralph, but it's turned out that the chap in the white van has got in the wrong lane, and he's now trying to reverse back out of it. Well, I'm sure the 20-minute down the inside of him is looking forward to being crushed as he swings out and reverse back out. So, Ralph, there seems to be a lot of gesticulation going on and honking. But he's managed it without killing the Deliveroo raider. Oh, Geordie! They've just gone through the red light. Yes, Ralph, turns out this is F***wit Central. So Swiss is waiting at the traffic lights at Temple, and the lights are red, and he's got a Lexus next to him. And now we're going to slow the film down, and we're going to stop it, and we're going to be able to see through the windows of the Lexus that this absolute muppet on a tricycle is coming through, and he's banking on jumping the lights to get ahead of everybody else. Which would be fine if it weren't for the fact that he's in the outside lane of the 2, but wanting to turn left, and that he's trying to jump the traffic. He's got no intention of actually signalling, he's just going to cut across in front of everybody, just to swell Swiss's brakes work. No one's quick as Gaston, no one's thick as Gaston, no one takes up 2 lanes at the lights like Gaston.
As a driver I'm quite intimidating.
My, what a guy, that Gaston. No
one
speeds like Gaston,
pays
pays no heed like Gaston, no one cuts into bus lanes quite like Gaston.
As a driver I like to run through red lights.
My, what a guy, that Gaston. Now, so Steve-O, it looks like we're the headline act.
Yeah, as always, Carl, as always.
Now, so it looks like Swish is heading up the embankment, and Struth, what the bloody hell's that taxi driver doing?
Oh, well, Carl, looks like he's trying to pull a U-turn after the traffic lights. He does that for the simple reason that he can't be asked to queue to turn right with everybody else. After all, he is a licensed taxi driver and he's far more important than any other motorist on the bloody road.
Yeah, except he can't actually make the turn and he's had to mount the pavement to do it.
Yeah, Carl, and there's another half-wit that's trying to do the same behind him, and he's a taxi as well.
Yeah, Carl, but it turns out that he can't make it round, so he's blocking the outside lane in the opposite direction.
Yeah, Carl, and the reason he does that...
Because he's a taxi driver, mate?
No, Carl, because he's a...
Thanks for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button. And stay safe out there, guys, because it's a bloody mad world.